Okay. All right, you guys. Hi, everyone. Um, it's Professional High Priestess. I'm just going to go ahead and put out a quick tutorial for people, and then I'm going to get on a Patreon and finish the rest of this in regards to like an intro to databases and stuff. You guys know that we're currently going to war. If you're not supporting the war or fighting in the war, you're going to die in the war. If you think that you're going to play games, and oh, I've seen this before, and that's just how stuff goes. You're done for. That's why everyone's dead, missing, and losing all their money. Let me go ahead and just pull out these. I like some models to show you guys in regards to what is going on. Oh, okay. That's very interesting. Whoa, not good. Um, let's see. All right. All right. All right. So let's get started here, you guys. So I figure I'll be producing like public health news and updates and whatnot because the media is not. So let's go ahead and get started. So I do want to say, you know what? Yeah, let's just keep on going because I already started the stream. I found what I was looking for. And in the process of that, somebody was able to get online and join us with the stream. Because I just have a few things that I'm going to just give you guys real quick as I get ready for other things that I have to move forward into for working. All right. And it's important that if you guys are watching anything with tarot, you should be also like learning about your livelihood because this is going to pertain to you. Okay. So let me just go ahead and pull out some of these models and then just a few things that you guys need to look into in regards to what's currently like going on. And this is also for people who are working in what's that thing called? Law enforcement, finding people's kids, all that kind of good stuff. Hold on, let me just seal and break all of the portal functions being put onto the internet to help. Thank you. And I do want to say that it is YouTube actively editing like all of my views and everything like that, but that's okay because they don't have any money. So what do you expect for a bunch of pedophilic white men to do all day? Sit down and play with Bullet Color because we're lit. So I expect them to play. I expect them to do these things. You guys have to understand you're dealing with things that are individuals that are abnormal. They were specifically created to stalk and harass us. So that's what they're doing. And they're specifically created in the form of incest, so that's what they do. But they can't do it around me, and that's the fight right now, or us, and that's the fight right now, and that's done, right? And that's when you bring forward something called zofraclon kufkai. It's a seminal herb, zofraclon ufkai. And that's basically like the specific Maytheric plant that's made out of 8 plants at the same time, right? And those 8 plants then go ahead and mate all at the same time with their 8 mates, right? And then they create one specific plant, right? That then can kill and destroy any being. And it's like purview at all, deep into a molecular layer so vicious that it's like, oh, I'm not a molecular layer. I'm like what created a molecular layer, like all the way back, like 8 levels back. And that's how you're going to destroy some people. So we're going to be calling out certain herbs here, and then I'm going to be calling out certain systems you guys can use to help yourself. And these systems, I started invoking when they were playing with me because they're very helpful to keep like things and information organized. I think this is it right here. Here we go. My war machines. Right. These are just 2 of them. But I have things called like war machines that I make, and I'm gonna give you guys these too. And then on Patreon, I'm gonna teach you guys all about how to like really invoke these. But there's a few people that need to see this right now. Just right now. Okay. Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna bring that down. Yeah, then they're playing warfare. And that's something I'm gonna give you guys too, then the Chrome, because a lot of people need to know about this so they can upgrade their DNA and not be like susceptible to like the chemical warfare that they're doing. People are like weave into everyone's bloodline and find a place to park last minute and stay last minute to do this and do that and not and escape their fate and escape the dua. And we've done this before. And as long as they still sell US money and I own the paper that prints US dollars, so I can turn that off too, which I did. So that's why everything's more digital, because they can't go back and forth to space to get that paper to play with it in magic. So that's done. There's a lot more going on here. All right. Those are war machines that I have right there. These are some other ones. Okay. So let me get this started. All right. Health agenda. The Public Health Commission meeting for LA County is tomorrow, but they're not going to do anything as usual because there are 2 pedophiles and rapists that are on that board, trafficking people's kids and looking for the vagina of Black women, young and old, to use so they can go play with Black men in the hood, because they think that playing in the hood is like a game, because they saw stupid, goofy, delusional hood rat bitches do it. So let me go ahead and help you with this. So the first thing that we have here, all right, I'm going to go back and edit that while I'm go ahead and edit that too, so you're not listening to the first 4 minutes. So let's go ahead and get perfect. Great thing. Now, war machines, right? Thank you guys. So let's talk about war machines. Let's talk about what we have for the obstacle for the next few days, and then rounding up and Nascarasa. And there's 2, yeah, it's not the Gabon viper. There's 2, let me see, one of them is an orange serpent. She's not really on the planet, but her descendant is, and then one is like a green. Okay, good. So we call this high priestess, and she was the one that first, she initiated the war that ended Komodo's period. Now I'm one Komodos or Quasimodos. She's a Quasimodo. She's not a Komodo. She's a Quasimodo. She's not a monitor lizard. She's a Quasimodo. Right? Thank you. Like quasar, like quasi. They just say, but it's like quasar, like Quasimodo. Thank you. She's a Quasimodo. So that's one of the things that has happened. The obstacle, I need to give you guys a warfare tool. Okay, and this is for this message, I'm gonna just basically, oh, perfect. More war machines. Great. I keep them like in different places. Ooh, right. Good. All right. And I'm going to show you guys the agenda for the next 2 weeks in the warfare. So again, because people are actively perishing, people are leaving this planet, things are going on. I have to give you guys an update as in the war as somebody who is a leader within the Seminole Federation, who is an ally of the Iroquois, and who has been inducted as a high priestess of the herbs Federation, because what they did to the Ojibwa and Cree, with who you call Blackfoot, and the Apaches, to go against the Navajo, because they have a similar plant in their federation, but they're literally like sisters. And I just teleported here to see my mate, and we have like good herbs here. And then I got trapped because you guys played with me. So how do I get back? You have to walk, okay? Right. So that's what's happening here, okay? And I'm supposed to be going ahead and recording an agenda of these minutes according to Robert's Rules of Orders, which is what the white government uses, which is an Iroquois system for organizing people's input and their contributions and the payment that they are supposed to give back. That's what Robert's Rules of Order is about, really. Not, I agree. It's like, okay, you put in all the work. Let's check how much work you put in. And from there, we get to divvy out who has seniority in decision-making because of what has gone on here. So that's just another thing that white people do to make it seem like they've studied and we have a speech, so we don't get to go to the dua, right? No, you raped and kidnapped a bunch of people of color, so you're still going to the dua, right? So paperwork doesn't really like help you get out of it like that, especially in space. So Brother Asako, I have a few things for you, okay? And we're gonna come back into some of the three speech that we are going to be playing games with and Asteroid. Thank you. And we're gonna be working with moving forward into the last levels of the war. So we set a quota for 14 million dead in the next 12 days. We've actually gotten 10% of that quota down, 1.4 million. In regards to fatalities, there were about 308,000 in regards to mass incarcerations that are leading to deaths with fatal injections and triaging people out of the jail and into what you would call capital punishment. That's going very well. That has gone at least 400,000 across the nation. Okay, so we have 380K in fatalities. Okay, and then we have about 400K in triage out, right? Triage out, like you get your freedom, and then also triage into their capital punishment. Okay, and then also to when it comes to the rest of that, that's teleportation. There's about 200,000 missing, but those are the very dense variety, okay? And they were very much living near bodies of water, wherein the Orca family has opened specific portals to bring that force down here. And I want to show you this. And I want to show you this through the manifestation of EV Nautilus. Thank you. Yeah, that's some bitch from space that I don't know that's like 70 and doing sex work because she started slavery and she gets hamburgers from the United States government. Thank you. Good. Right. So that was really evident in regards to the manifestation of those portals and the opening of those water portals that first got a lot of women and men that had their bodies stuck in the water. They were able to triage. A lot of them were women that Drake murdered. And because of the ritual sacrifice, their ka was trapped there in the water with their body, and they were animated and alive, walking the seafloor, sinking all the way below and getting animated by the pressure and the force of physics there in dark water, which is a portal that dragged their other bodies down there from their indigenous self. This octopus right here should not be in this universal subset, period. That is a war. This one. Perfect. I watch the news everywhere. Great.
So that you can, I did move the ship up here. It's still
She's holographic pink. After talks to Vivi Quinai, yeah, she had her hand in playing with Vivi quite tough. But it's just like something she tried to turn into an ally and help. But her higher self got trapped here. They brought this lady down here. She lives in Brazil. She doesn't know what like her body saw her. Why am I down on planet Earth and I'm in Brazil? She saw her body doing sex work. This lady's gorgeous, beautiful. She shouldn't be on the planet. She hides because of her face. This is her octopus. This is what she looks like in her eyes. Her face, she's gorgeous. She hides. I found her in that virtual reality thing because they're playing with both of our octopuses because we're friends in space. She said, why Brazil? Why Brazil though? What are you saying though? Because they played with one of her octopus's eggs to get her body down on planet Earth to say no more priestess. Why Brazil? What do you mean by that? Crying. Why would you put my body there? Didn't even know what Brazil is. She saw her body like, and she was like doing it in space. Imagine her like with indigenous markings, holographic, melanated like this, beautiful with these eyes. Why are you doing that? All right. And she's like twerking, like holding her ankles, like, are you doing spiral work? I know this. And she understood what sex and sex work is. And there's a war. That's her octopus. Good. Very good. Very fucking good. You want to play a game? Let's play. So now we're going to bring down the Asteroid. That's enough. And there is an update in the Asteroid family. Okay, and that is the fact that there have been several changes to what we call the dandelion family, which are Asteroids. So my mate is the Asteroid of the male dandelion, and I am the female dandelion. Because people did not know that there's a male and female. Okay, good. So let these white women go run around and talk about what they know in herbalism. That's the male, that's the female. We're mates, and only us. This is our speech. We own it. It's for database and warfare. So when you see these growing together all around, and you see a thread around them that looks like mullen, that's a child that's also going to make sure that it comes to the planet to destroy you, and that there'll be several children that don't come to this planet because I'm going to be here. That's what it means to play with an Asteroid. So I have an update from the Asteroid community. Okay, and I'm just going to go ahead and show my video, and my face will be shown later on in the video. Please, I'm in my house clothes. So one of the things to understand about the Asteroid is these are one of the systems of management that we use in different indigenous federations, right? So I was given the public health model of the three sisters, which is really three different crops that come down to create a third one. This is what we call Zimklavklu, or Zimklavklu, Zimklavklu. If it's Zimklavklu, it's the separating and then joining with another one because this one can bring more chaos. It's chemistry, right? I was given that. I was given the cinnamon for containing epidemics or creating them. I was given the specific mint leaf, right, for chemical management and distribution of resources. I was given the death management system from Gragazanran. And there are a few other ones, the Pachachua system for chemical management of chemical demons from Yani and Hui and the Aztec Federation. Yes, I drew these. This is why they're coming in my apartment looking for these. Like, oh, we can sell this and sell that because they're completely broke. There's also the fir tree for management, and then the fir tree for family management and resource management, and like the removal and banishment of bad seeds from the bloodline. And then there are several death machines and warfare machines too that were given to me on top of the dandelion system for the Asteroid, which is the daisy system with the 0 and the 1. And one of the things that you guys are going to be invoking here are these specific works for warfare. And then after we do that, what has happened is these two have merged and created a master warfare bodies for both the male and the female, and then any of the Asteroids that allowed their work to be used to carry the day for warfare. Has to be family. Cannabis decided to give herself up and leave the planet because of what happened, and that's it. That's her last stance in warfare. Thank you, Justice. It started in warfare, right? It's ending in warfare. It started in fun, it ended in fun. Thank you so much. It started as a psychedelic, it ended with a psychedelic. Thank you for having me. And thank you for giving us the hash, and we'll put that forth. So after the Asteroid, we went ahead and we pulled down roses, different trees, things that the maple, whoa, her hand, whoa, her hand in getting bitches busted down, whoa, her hand in playing with Vivi Kwai, yeah, she's trying to clean up her Akasha. Yeah, the maple leaf, whoa. She's carrying. So that's one of the updates that I had to give you. It's officially done. And this is also prevalent in what has happened today with, thank you. And this is why you need to stop playing games with people. So one of the things that I'm going to go ahead and show you is the Azuko management system for Brother Azuko for warfare. So in the middle, you have, this is how you're going to organize warfare for the next 8 days to finish that 14 million. So in the middle, you have Brother Azuko. Oh, in regards to the thievery and the transfer of wealth, we're actually 67% through the generational transfer of wealth. I wouldn't call it a transfer. It's just basically just the complete unraveling of a netheric, toxic succubus vampire force that refuses to remove itself from your DNA pool and 3 other levels of your molecular structure and unstructure because of chemical warfare. And that is going to be done with 3 levels of speech. 3 levels of speech. And they're all in the and that's the 28-sided geometrical shape that we brought down here into this dimension because you played with one Guacatazi and she shut it down. Okay, so we have 3 levels of speech, and that's the QX. And then for those of you guys who are watching, yes, there are white men who are in 2023 playing with the computer like this because this is what they did in the past, thinking, oh, we're going to stop people of color from doing this and this and getting clapped in their face. Thank you. Thank you. When I have to shock people. So, there's 3 levels of speech for the succubi, for the energy vampire, and then reclaiming. And you guys have to go ahead improve and upgrade all of your systems. Like, okay, when your energy is returning back to you, that's a system. Before your energy will return back to you, they'll be like, oh, I can attach to this and then play. That's not possible. They'll be like, oh, I'll take this off. And then they'll try to say stipulations for removal. That's what they do. Just go ahead and approve your energy, approve that coming to you. Now, any type of energy moving in and out of the planet, even sound, you have to get the approval or denial from you. So you have to set in certain stipulations and then make sure you take your octopus's hand and move the Akasha she already has set there into different places. You can't speak to me because there's an Akasha here. Let it log in the Akasha. You can't access that database. Great. You can't access my server. Thank you. Okay, good. Let me get that Wakatazi crystal. Actually here, your Akasha, there you go. Because we share a crystal because we're Wakatazi. You have a specific mental structure where you can communicate. Make sure you're clearing that up and asking the octopus to watch that. Also for your phytochemical management system, you guys need to accept and prove that. I eat this food on this planet, so I have to know what I'm eating. Okay, this is genetically modified. Let me turn this off. This off for me and my kids. Let me turn off that chemical, this DNA sequence, etc. I'm going to teach you guys more in this. And for those of you guys who took this Rock and Rari, it's been upgraded for a few of you guys who did good with it. You can use it to do the next level, and you'll see that in how you drop this down in the warfare. Okay, so one of the things that you have to keep approving, and a lot of you guys have planetary Akasha, universal Akasha, tetraverse Akasha, computer Akasha, things like that you need to clean up. And some of you guys have Akasha that you build just by playing with people, so you have to go ahead and eat that. I'm actually going to amp that with 3 substances. One is of the octui, one is a chemical server ran by a crystal. Thank you. And then one is from the Hebrew Mansions, a specific light band. Thank you. To amp the Akasha. This kills people. There you go. Good. Thank you. Good. Good. Let's keep on going because people are dying. So one of the things that's going to be moving. Oh, here we go. I have 1, 2, 3. Okay, perfect. War machines 3, 4. I did about 12 war machines. This one is a really good one. I love this one. The final death machine. And this is how you automate processes. So I just bring it down and then cool, it's organized like that. So I just know, right? So there we go. So let's keep on going for the Brother Azuko management system. One of the things that I did want to also add was that okay. So one of the things that I also wanted to add is there is, with the advent of the new Astarasers, thank you, welcome, to the High Priest and High Priestess of Warfare. People didn't know that dandelions were actually the master cleansers and the master poisoners in warfare. Yeah, that's why the leaves look different. You guys are really funny playing like that, and oh, dandelion is a weed. Hey, he's a high priest. So listen, there is now the Asteroid system for crime management as well. That's a new one, like a major containment force. But this containment force is being held in a different universal subset. So you don't have to carry the energy, the universe carries the energy. Now, one of the things you guys need to do is go ahead and approve that Akasha and just take those databases and move them to the universal space where the universe just runs that energy and makes it wild. Because the animals and the plants are going to rest. They did a lot of work and the universe opened up and said, hey, God is here. Let me handle this. And the higher sisters and the bigger mothers and grandmothers and great grandmothers and the aunties and the cousins, they all came out and boom, hey, we're brother and sister. My brother is married to like your sister, and I'm over here, aka Poppy and Saffron, which are husband and wife. I have this type of seed, you have this type of seed. Let's bring this down. We can use our color spectrum, our molecular layer, our cellular layer, our force of physics, our phytochemicals to keep on amping all the magic for the war. Perfect. Let's keep on going. Thank you so much for the plant kingdom and the water kingdom that is definitely spoken. With the orcas being all in the news, and her name is not White Gladys. You better be careful with that, right? And then also to what has gone on with the Octui, thank you, who should not be here on this planet, and that's a war. Thank you. And then here we go with the Brother Azuko management system. So we take the strongest Azukos, they're gonna kill. They have the money, they've infiltrated, they've done what they needed to do, they've bounced out tripping. They're gonna be handling war. They've already been handling it for the last 6 days. They're gonna do, some of them are gonna do another round, only one, okay? So that's one group. One group is gonna just do another round of war because of what happened today. Okay, but the rest of them are going to keep on going into another round of rest, right? And then they're going to let the people that want to clean up their Akasha, all that type of stuff, come in as the trainees. Okay, you saw how hard I went. I want you to do that exact thing. Outdo me. Let me see. Because when I come out from resting, you're getting paid and you're getting a promotion. Okay, good. Now, brother Asuko part 2, that trained with part 1, and they're really just like on the same level, or sometimes they come in and trained, or sometimes they're just coming out of retirement. Asuko 2, you guys know who that is. Okay, you're Asuko 2 because da 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 da. I know what I'm doing. Da 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 da. When he's resting and the trainee's going to war, Asuko 2 is going to be weaving in his strategy, weaving one has given to him and their plans and stuff like that. Okay, I see you got to go out the way for a few weeks. Let me handle this and train them. Da 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 da. Good. Asuko 1 is going to check back in with Asuko 2. What's going on? Da da da. Phone call 5 minutes. All right, peace in the streets. Send it out and sitting back, right? That type of stuff. That type of stuff, right? And then boom, what's going to happen is the trainee is going to get his 7 days of rest, and then Asuko 2 is going to come in. Blam. Okay, we already planned this. Let's put this down. In between, the trainees are going to be coming in and out, in and out, in and out with information messages and like picking up slack in between. Okay, so that's going to be our Asuko management system for the next 10 days. Let's make it count. So we're going to be taking on and changing the substance of the Enforcer Akasha to amp it to its max. So the same way that I amped that Akasha to really give you karma for starting. And now we have putting powers and stuff like that. The same way Asuko's going to deal with you. Thank you so much. Let's keep on going. So what's going to happen here is there's going to be a complete shutdown of the internet. We set that for into the database to return our energy. That's already been done. Thank you. Now, another thing that's going to come up too is going to be the master speech for master dysfunction on all levels, for discombobulation, dismantling, disfiguring, etc. Dismantling, disfiguring, etc. And it's called Swezwane too, death statistics. They invoke themselves. It's great, right? Swezwane, it invokes itself, right? There's an app for that. And because of what is going on here, I want to show you, I want to just give an update in the war. And I want to say to people, Brother Asuko, who've been really working really hard. Thank you. And Miko Worldwide, please, thank you. I want you guys to go look at this channel. Police are not allowed to enter this neighborhood in Brazil because of what they did. Going missing. Oh, we're going to need more bodies. Doja Cat, yeah, because she thinks she's sick, but we're going to need more bodies. I feel bad for you. Thank you. And then Miko Worldwide, thank you. Let me go back to him. Okay, let's look. Yeah, live and direct. Yeah, live and direct. Yeah, live and direct. Live and direct. Why? Because Kamala Harris brought Dick to work and wanted to start a bunch of bullshit and got a specific technology into the hood with guns and weapons. And all last minute, motherfuckers found out what happened. My mom got a hysterectomy. You fed me her vagina. My daughter disappeared, and that was her body at that party. I was wondering, like, what was that about? Why am I getting invited to a party to take all this? It's okay, brother. There ain't nobody here. It's all good. Oh, okay. Thank you. Shorts. Let's go ahead and look into this. Yeah, and it's very gully. Yeah, and it's too ratchet, right? And it's too messy. And that's what we're having with violence.
I'm gonna walk down when I can't not. I'm gonna walk down when I can't take. I'm gonna walk down. Yeah, man. Walk down. Hey man, free C5, man, free Z9, man, free Z7, man. Free holiday, man. Man, free holiday, man. Free fun, free dude, man. That's what you want it.
I like it. That's great. Not because I have mental and air intelligence, because I had Capricorn placements in my chart, and then one time on planet Earth, and then not again. But because I like warfare. So a person that's very skilled in weapons trade is called a Dijon, like mustard. Right. So now one thing that I want to also say, right, with the car that was stolen from the Daily for playing with young in their neighborhood, and no one cares, and no one cares, and no one's in jail, and no one cares because Kamala Harris got those military style weapons into the hood, and then guess what? We did too. So great, you keep on playing games. So now I've already told you that's what is going on, and no one cares because you keep on kidnapping and raping people's kids. So that means that if I have this gun in my hand, that means it happened. Because how did I get the technology that you're using to run on space? Okay. We can't get charges because that's going to bring everything out with the black nigger, bitch. I remember we're supposed to be in white people play like that. Thank you. And I want to say thank you to our brother. And I'm so please call me if you're watching. I'm so Thank you so much. You need to get inducted to the Kirigani, and I owe you. So I did want to confirm for the Kirigani of the Viet Cong that Jen Tran and her entire family, which is a salon in Oakland, a salon in New York, and a salon in Atlanta, doing nails. I've been to all three of them, right? Which is really funny. All three of them have been implicated in what happened in the Viet Cong War, where three brother Azicos who ran this specific system, right? Three of them ended up getting killed with assault bombs. And those three women were the ones that trailed to their village, and they've just been identified. And Jen Tran is a daughter of one of them, and she was hentai. So I just had to give a hentai report. So I want to say thank you to our brother Yeager 9. I really love like the artistry and his dedication to his work. He's really skilled, and as an artist, I'm sensitive about my shit, right? So I just have to commend him because I really like what he does, and I love the colors, and I just and all that jazz. And we've talked about technical stuff, and I helped him with some things too. And oh, brother Azico, be careful with those metals from that place because they mixed it with this. And brother Azico, look at your schematics here. And hey, brother Azico, you don't need that extendo. This is what you're gonna do. Just make it a double barrel. Okay, the long way. You're gonna do it the hot dog way, not the hamburger way. That's you get a specific force of physics where you know that you can take one of those like different bullets from Big Five Sporting Goods that are supposed to be for a rifle. That's not really real, and you can really blow someone's head off. Thank you, sister. Thank you. Thank you. And then you're gonna fill it with a different type of powder that you can get from like the store. Let me show you the chemical, and then you're gonna go. There you go, that way. Thank you. This high priest, thank you. Right. Thank you. And now something that's coming up here. Teaching about another thing that we did, community education, right? Teaching about specific metals that you use for holotips versus 223s, how to do that at home, even utilizing like your local library that has like a 3D printer, those type of things to just get like the bare bones, like frames and molds for the things that you want to make. That happens. There's 3D printers at the library. There's one in the street for my library. Making different type of tools and things like that. And we help people fix their holotips so they can be lethal all the time. And then we show people the difference between holotips and 223s. These right here, these are 223s. That's the problem. Somebody skipped the whole game out and then kind of fucked some stuff up because man, I thought it was just one hit. I had to fill up my striker again. And those type of things, like you have to talk about logistics and planning and like, okay, if that's the case, then I have to have like 4 or 5 extra bullets for every hit, and then that's metal because each one of these 223s is like $2 or $3, and then the metal too. So those are some things that we've been working on and factoring into the warfare. Thank you, brother. And this is the thing that I've been thinking before is whoa. Very, very good. Yeah, very good, brother. And brother, it's the force of physics. Look, not too long, not too short. You need a specific opinion for your new grades, and that's something I'm going to be giving the Ashicos too, who are working on metal warfare. Please contact Pasta Queen. She has some metals too, because she has pots. So she's not being stingy right now. Okay, I want my pots, but I know the community needs guns. Thank you so much for like taking that sacrifice. And she did a lot to make sure that certain communities have what they want. Like, nah, don't get from them, get them from them, because they rob from the poor people and they try to resell it higher to us. Go buy it from these people. Thank you. So and that's big for the agricultural game in 3 different countries. Thank you, Pasta Queen. She's definitely working. I owe her. So for your 4 or 5s, it's going to start at 4 or 5, and then for your no, it would be for your AKs to ARs, and then for your Belenis, right, and then your rifles. You need to make a specific like standardizing system so that you're like rationing out your metal properly, because you don't want it this long stick and that long stick, and then the bullets are like, okay, the pipe is too long. I want a force of physics where she doesn't have time to run from that force of physics, right, or like duck. Right, I don't want to give her any chance to like turn her shoulder and I miss her head. Right, it needs to be boom, 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 and that's where you need to talk to this high priestess. Thank you. That's her speech, force of physics, and understanding that math and that warfare. Okay, so thank you so much, Brother Azuko. So let's keep on going. So there has been a change in the DNA of the human body, as well as adjust our anatomy overall, there's something called the Igrozai space, which is where your physical body grounds down into the planet based on your federation when you're like born, right? You have one on your next to your mom, like 2 years before you're supposed to like come. That's how a lot of women are going to get caught up for forcing reproduction or stealing an octopus. Okay, great. So now what's going to happen is you need to approve those changes so you can completely upgrade your body, completely upgrade yourself, and completely upgrade the spaces wherein you can instantly access people or information or store and memories or access memories or things like that. Like to reach people in ESP, it's like a certain place I can touch you right now, and you get hit right now. Right? And there's a certain place where I can teleport like a hand. And I know for a fact, if I take this hand and pick you up, you will get teleported right now. Those forces of physics are now available to us because of the warfare that they brought here and the beings that saw this and are handling business. Okay. And it's like, again, it's very, very, very prevalent in the fact that high priestess, that purple, that holographic pink octopus is on this planet. That's very demonic. You have to commit ultimate war to get rid of that. So that's why bitches are getting busted out and living in fish tanks, and those fish tanks are then breaking. And they're talking about, can I go to public housing? You need to have citizenship. What do you mean? Okay, so this is where we're gonna keep on moving. Okay, Brother Asuko. Good, thank you. So now for people who are working in enforcement, this is where we're going to be coming with the changing the substance of the enforcer. And so I wanted to say thank you so much to Miko Worldwide and also to our brother Yegerzi, but also to Jim Cooper. Okay. Thank you. He works in the Sacramento Sheriff's Office. He is a, yes, thank you. He is a high priest. He is a Seminole. He's been doing his job and he did set Castle up. And about my name and honor and integrity, about just as a Black man, I'll deal with you. Yes, and he's been dealing with a lot of people and they've been doing their job. Like you guys have been seeing the raids and things like that, and he's handling business. Thank you. The first Black sheriff in Sacramento. He handled his business. He's a Seminole. Thank you, High Priest. And he owns a specific plant called the Oakley Plow. And he owns what we call oliflanc, not olifant, but oliflanc. And both of those herbs make sure to expose a false enforcer. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, High Priest. I have specific light codes because of the warfare that I went into. And that's what I'm doing for everyone's like federation, group, land, etc. And that's just like, again, you hear a white man screaming, shut up, right? When I'm talking. Thank you. And you also hear ESP people dying. Great. So Mr. Cooper, again. Right, 37 again, thank you. Yes, we'll talk about what people who are not playing and doing their job, thank you. In Sacramento County. So this is gonna come up. And we're gonna keep on moving with this one. Or it's also to Google's on HTTP. That's why you don't see it on here. They're on like that speedy thing that's connected to space. I'm gonna break that. Thank you for reminding me that. Let me go ahead and add the death machine to it. But as we put the depth to it, we also have like a specific force where we can go ahead and make sure that those who use the internet properly, they have like, they're on an adjacent database that's run by the universe where you're not getting involved in the internet that's ran by code. Because there's a portal up that required several Black and brown people and a pretty, right, with this Pani Fury to be murdered. And I think it's funny that Pani Fury came up because this is like a popular Indian dish. After talks about a bunch of women going missing in tech, Indian women too. And like they're like senior executives and stuff like that getting put in basements for like 4 or 5 weeks so white men can play games. I feel sorry for you. So thank you. And yes, at your job that was Castle now with the Indian woman playing in the computer. Thank you. And again, there was oh, that's so funny. Newport News, Virginia. Whoa. Shit. And this is how like I get to use the internet where I can just you'll be led to the information. Thank you. He's gonna get killed. Again, arrest warrants issued for 37 people because he's letting you know we're all watching this and everyone's 37. Are you in? Okay. So for the enforcers that work in law enforcement, we brought down the Asteroid for crime management with the Ouroboros, the serpent that eats its own tail, right? For crime management and abatement. And it's not her, it's not her. We're gonna go ahead and pull up one of these high priestesses. She has a very crazy chemical warfare. She's an Azteca. Whoa. Whoa. She's in your some levels of thinking daddy loves you and not, and thinking he does when he doesn't, and not, and still believing that. Whoa. Whoa. She's Azteca with the Q 8 times, and the Q at the bottom is curly, and they're all curled together. Whoa. You're saying explosive, ridiculous, demonic things, and I like it. That's what she thought. And I just want to say that I'm really good at you guys. Yeah, whoa, yeah, yeah. After talks up with Chachuan, you're bringing me to this planet to say what and what. That's how they talk. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah. And she said, after you brought me to this planet to talk about what and what and what. That's how they talk. It's so hilarious, right? You think that I'm going to sit here and play with you? Absolutely not, right? We're going to warfare, right? So let's bring down her chemical warfare. Thank you, High Priestess. I feel like that's a good one for today. But we happened upon her. Thank you. And just like I said, just like New Orleans, just sometimes just a coincidence, right? Just a coincidence, right? So let's look into this. Let's keep on going. Right. Thank you. Let's keep on going. Now. And quicken death. So let me bring down this high priestess, the Azteca. Yeah. And then he has a curly Q too. Whoa. You're saying that like you got married and you know you shouldn't have, but kind of didn't legally and illegally, but you did and did not. And well, you'll figure it out. That's confusion. And that's what she brings. Let's bring the high priestess down. And I'm upgrading your speech with 8 like codes and bands. Thank you. And that's another thing you guys need to do is check in on those like codes and those bands, collect all of them and use them. No one can like play like that with you. Just make sure you're handling your stuff and like making your management systems like, okay, let me draw this box and this goes here, that goes here, that goes here. There you go. And then I have the rectification gumption machine, war machine. And then I have the final death for false environments like coding and things like that. Death enforcement machine. Thank you. And then we also have the Octui system, the octopus management system. And this is how this came down and the high priestess got exposed. Thank you. In regards to being on this planet. This is the management system for energy vampirism and succubi. Thank you, High Priest. I appreciate you. And then here is the form, the containment, and naturizer machine. Take bodies and they'll take 18 different plants and force them together with the octopus substance and then make the octopus schizophrenic and then go tie some white man that's playing with incest to it and then put all his like body all across people's planets by fractalizing a clone and then it forms like a Kamazan on people's DNA or around their planet or like a cloud of smoke that they then try to tie to their zodiac. That's the type of schizophrenic these bitches do in space. They have no planet, no food, no mate, no speech. Thank you. So, and that's why, right? But that's not warfare. That means that you went and had sex with somebody that was probably in your family or somebody that you probably shouldn't be playing with. And that's how you got hit with by a specific type of chemical warfare where you're just like scattered and wide open, but you don't even know it. Thank you. So we have several war machines that we brought down here. And these are just like draw down and then like the points and stuff like that. But there are larger machines out in the ethers, right? So start making your war machines, okay, to handle business. Now, one of the things that like is going to end up happening here is let me call on this green circle before I call down the Asteroid for crime management. Thank you. Yeah, that high priestess, we called her down, but it's actually the Emerald Boa we should call down. She's a hydrant. Yeah, she's one of the original high priestesses. She can divinate. She's pure electrical intelligence. What? Have I gone to war with Vivi Kwai? No, that's actually my sister, my friend. But I've gone to war with women wives. Who are you? What are you saying? That's my intelligence. That's how it starts. I'm next to it. Fuck you. So right. What are you saying? several times I've gone into the deep and the deeper, and it's going deeper. And I'm gonna come back out and show me there's deeper. That's how they talk. You keep on playing with these animals. Stop playing with you. So, anyways, it's important to not to abuse these things. We're involved in the magic, Stephanie. Thank you. This is how this started because she got a serpent and she killed it and put it in magic to make conflict spells to get everybody set up in drama and magic around somebody named Miri, who's Ethiopian and Hebrew and and I know her, that's my cousin, right? And because she did that, it caused a bunch of drama with like a whole wave of PCP addiction and a bunch of other shit because the chemical sequence that was involved in like playing with that serpent, they used that in space to like play with a bunch of magic on people who had like serpentine DNA. That's all that it was, right? So I'm gonna call on the Emerald Boa. Yeah, and I'm gonna call on her aquatic self. She's actually green blue. Green blue, have I gone to war with turquoise and jade? That's one of her speeches. I'm just an elemental mineral form. That's all that it is. It's just warfare in a different form. That's all that it is. And that's all they talking. They're fucking ridiculous. That's greenish blue, and she's aquatic. Yeah, and then also too, I need to also give an update. For those of you guys who are moving by the waterways, be careful when you see like frothy white waves. That means that they're creating portal functions to then move towards like the shore to like cause those big like what rushes of waves that are getting people drowned this summer. There have been at least 71 drownings like that. Thank you for the Orca Federation. Thank you. Okay, and then also too, the aviation crew has an update. There have been at least 14 plane crashes. They did that major plane crash that was in LA the other day where 6 people died. They were all clones. Aha, wow, right, a seminal, right? Now you know what a seminal looks like. Cloud, give me that cloud, right? Give me that cloud, give me some cloud, and then give me that clay cloud. And let's get started with that whole. That's how they get it started. We're all sisters, we're all friends. Boom, 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 boom. Let's put our matches together. And then look, we all ended up in Atlanta. How did that happen? I don't know. Maybe at least we have food. We're doing great here. Yeah, they're doing great. Great. And that's the only reason why we have cinnamon and Hennessy on the planet, because those 3 hair priestesses fought a warfare during slavery. And that's Offset's mom, Fonnie, and one other woman that's in Atlanta that works in Fonnie's office. Right. So that's the only reason why you guys got acting cinnamon and good stuff and oh, bread and pancakes. Right. Goodbye. Hello, High Priestess. Whoa, why? Thank you. Whoa, ha, why? Thank you. Yeah, huh? Well, now actually, yeah. What's she talking about? Seminar? I don't know that. Right. What's she talking about? Right. Goofiness and nonsense and chaos and delusion. So there was a plane crash recently in LA. Oh, ooh, small plane crashes. Yeah, they're whoa. Well, oh well, goodbye. So that's the priest of the Eagle Federation, just letting you know I'm from Kemet once again. How dare you put me on the dollar bill? And there's also something about an update to the change in currency. We have all 8 designs. Thank you. Currency. And there's going to be the printing of this currency once Elon Musk gets back from Mars, and they left 2 days ago. He's going to be reaching Mercury actually now. Thank you. There we go. Let's move you over here. They're doing a few things in space. There's a few people moving up and back and down. Somebody's spaceship from NASA got teleported, if that's what you're looking for. And you should never put that in the computer and play with everyone's air intelligence to say, oh, now we can go and play. And that's why you got teleported into an abyss and you're on the computer in the abyss watching this. Good. You've got me on. So, great. So there's going to be a change in currency, 3 colors. Okay. And then in those change in currency, there's 3 colors. There's going to be 5 bills and then 3 coins. And remember, we own all these systems. So you can go to space and get stuck in a portal forever, or you can go to space and go get what the fuck I told you to get, and all these hood niggas who got their body back in the spiritual state. So let's keep on going. So by the way, I did have to say, speaking of spiritual state, that is a song by Nujabes. And after the documentary that I made about the Kuragani, the Asian royal families, and happened with Chiang, which I will post in the comment section, we played that song, Imaginary Folklore, in that song. You know, it's a very powerful song. Because of what the Komodos were told to do and got involved in, to play with magic, because of how emotional people got over that and how everyone got fired. And in less than a week, 7,000 people lost their job, and about 6,000 of them went to jail because of Chiang. The Komodos are officially done for. They're all dead because they got involved with that magic against that song with Nujabes. It only takes one time to act foolish, and they all descended. And now they're all Quasimodos. There is no such thing as a Komodo anymore. It's now a Quasimodo. Thank you. So, oh, I'm gonna look into that later. Thank you. That's some good homework. So pick up, detain, triage, and jail. And they're putting this online to let us know we're doing our job. Thank you. They are definitely doing their job. Okay. 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 Abduction. Okay. Hello. This high priest, Newport News, Virginia, Bugby Daniel. He's getting out of his charges. Okay. Thank you. Hi, Philip called Ron. He has more charges than that, and he's a shooter for one of these rappers they play. There's 3 men on here that play with Jermaine. Thank you so much, Newport News, Virginia, and that's who's playing with Chris Brown, and that's the fight with Usher. So, anyways, High Priest, let's move forward now that we've talked about all the speech that we're bringing down, and I think it's important to bring that down before we like you know move into the next level of enforcement, just so that we're on the same page in regards to our agenda and what we're going to be doing. So we're still containing all of the theft, all that and all that good stuff. But the biggest thing is now we're going to be doing the pickup, mass pickups, mass detainment, and triaging. Okay. So when you get the pickup, right? Okay, you have your warrant, you have this, you have that, arrest, or get dropped off, right? Because people are doing citizens arrest. You're gonna go ahead and make sure they get triaged straight to jail, no booking, no plea deal, no nothing, all of that, because you have a warrant for your arrest because of the dream machine, you haven't come to court, you were doing this and this and that, playing with the judge and the computer or the lawyers, talking about some, oh, Kamala's gonna get me out of my charges because I killed somebody for her and sacrificed her with rape. Those stories coming up in court, and you think that's cute and funny, like, yeah, but everyone else is getting out of it. Why not us? And you're playing people's kids, it's gonna get you clapped. So when they get detained, remember the cartel has 3 specific treaties that you're supposed to fulfill. So you either keep them there and the cartel picks them up, you drop them off in the space that, or you drop them off where the cartel can pick them up, or you take them to the state prison where the cartel can deal with them too. Thank you. So then what we're going to be doing too is time work. And this is the biggest thing here. Time work is unraveling false stipulations that were made with Akasha. Like, oh, we're gonna escape by playing with this person and mating with that person and tying to this bloodline and giving them this chiong. And then after giving them this chiong with this person, we'll tie it to that other person and then say that they have their bad luck because we fed them human meat. So time work, and then we can stay on the planet Earth and we don't have to suffer, right? Okay, but everyone is like getting sick and dying, and now it's a public health concern. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is I change the substance of the enforcer Akasha to amp it to its max. It's an aqui that has 24 tentacles. Okay, and on each tentacles, it's carrying a section cup of 64 bit, and that 64 bit is on a specific tentacle that's carrying 128 terabits. That's major warfare. So we're going ahead, and me and Imhotep made that octopus. Thank you so much, and Kemet. And like I said, I've just been staying out of Kemet, Well, oh, I've just been staying out of Kemet. Make sure you take your blanket too, and your pillow, and your headscarf. Thank you. High priestesses, a lot of you guys have been instructed to go visit your mate and your body in the spiritual realm. You are instructed to go take one of your ka or your magicians to your higher self, her planet, etc., and to go study there and then get back in your body in the next 3 days. Every single high priestess. Thank you. You can take your body everywhere. You have unlimited ka and magician. Thank you. A lot of you guys have to accept the upgrade to your ka and magician so that when you're traveling from place to place, you don't get soul fractured and they don't try to capture your magician or your ka, make it physical with water and have you operating a place like, I don't know how you got my body though. Why am I here? Don't touch me though, I'm still sitting here. What did we do here with this one? Okay, because they played with specific octopus in the dream state, fractalized her into ether, and then put her on somebody's bed so that when she went to sleep, it like the octopus went with her. Thank you, that's now done. All right. And that's how they started sleeping, when we were sleeping. Thank you. All right, for mates and twins and warfare, Okinawa warfare is going to be coming up. I'm going to be talking about that on Patreon and fixing databases. Thank you so much. I have destroyed the Tao Te Ching mirror for the Kitakani, and I have destroyed the specific folklore that is in this book regarding, let me get you this book real quick. Thank you. The Chinese myths. Thank you. Chinese myths and a folklore book by Jian Xiu. who was part Japanese and Chinese and helped bring down yokai into China for them to play games with during the first round of the Ho Chi Minh. Thank you so much. So there's a specific story here. Thank you. Story number 5. The first emperor, Qin Shi Huang, and the last emperor of a dynasty. Thank you. This story right here is the story that I read and broke, and this is the hentai story that was keeping all the empresses trapped in fucked up marriages, which is Okinawa, aka water and twin flame warfare. So I have broken that, and I will talk about that later online. Okay, and I did break the dowdaging mirror, like I said several times, and I broke that herb, the Shanju. That's why you guys can't glamour people, but it only works for people that are in the Kirigani. So go ahead and have a ball. There's 4 more herbs that you guys are going to go ahead and get. You need to go into the Tafankan space, you know, the psychic state, and you know what to do there in that spiritual state under the new Jabez song. Thank you so much. So that's where we're going to be sending out messages about herbs. And you remember this type of warfare? The first time that Ali tried it and lost everything because they chionged a certain body and couldn't find anything and kidnapped all the high priestesses to identify food. That's not bay leaf, that's poison. I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't have given me shoujo jinju or shoujo jinjaiju, right? Happy, happy, drunk, drunk, or happy, happy, drunk, drunk, right? So now let me go ahead and get into this last level of warfare. Okay, so we are going to be doing all of that. It's important too that you guys manage your warfare body, drinking a lot of water, but taking up the bay leaf, okay, that her sister, taking of the bay leaf that is now being converted into a coca leaf, or taking in of electrolytes, or taking in of a specific practice to reinstitute the nervous system, the muscles, the blood flow, and everything as the body adjusts in warfare, and then upgrading your Zorzai body as well, your warfare body. When you take in the coca leaf, specifically only under the tongue, it activates 3 divination markings that are tied to nervous systems, nerves in your face, that then connect to your divination markings in your Zorzai body and bring down your warfare body. And then I have a report from the original priestess of the Ukrai. This is the mother of bay leaf, coca leaf, sage leaf, and like 3 other plants that don't exist on planet Earth that are very savory. Thank you. And she just wanted to say that it's over for the Coke game and several other games because of what has happened to every cartel because of fentanyl and Kamala Harris bringing pussy to work and starting to miss shit. So now, what's happening here, right? Right, getting joined by like 4 18-year-olds at the time. Like they got good dick down in Atlanta. Okay, now everyone's running around with AKs and ARs. Thank you so much. So, brother Astro, that's another game that we have work that we have to do too. We either buy them from you or you get trained and you get shot. Thank you. Right, period. All right, you guys. So that's what I have for the warfare, and we're going to be breaking down both of those speeches. And the speech, I'm going to name it out first. I call it the Succubus, the energy warfare and the reclamation of energy, which I'm going to give everyone that's solid on the planet, all 3 of those systems to manage those beings. I have them too. And just by nature of being on the planet, there's 18 systems that you now have to have and 3 crystals that will now form as new chakras. Thank you. There's going to be a mass removal of, oh, there we go. We've made it to 1.5 million. Thank you. So with the orange sand swiper, we're going to be bringing down straight mental work for her playing with that virtual reality. Thank you. All their works have been upgraded. She needs 2 and she needs 1 to 3. Mental warfare, and you guys can go ahead and upgrade the speech too if you're in the Akasha. Mental warfare, there's 4 speech. They're all in the Iguro key. One of them has like 88 sides. It's like an 88 dimension like crystal. Wow. That's just so disgusting and stupid that even has to happen. Thank you. The gray and orange Azteca, the one that says, you think your baby daddy loves you or not, and not again, and again and not, and then again and not, right? So that one is going to bring down specific pussy warfare, 3 levels of it. For those of you guys who will keep going missing around you, like running your mouth and starting shit and causing drama with people's kids. 3 speech for that, pussy warfare. I'm playing with coriander that gets people shot. Okay. Now for the high priest, master enforcers, thank you. Just really quickly making it out. So the last part for the enforcers time and around that, amending systems that need to be in place. There's 4: the Hopi, Seminole, Iroquois. Mhm. And then the Hopi, Seminole, Iroquois, and then yeah, one of the speeches, you will have no choice but to sell your pussy. That's really your only option. Why would you think otherwise? Whoa, whoa, and that's AGX 18 with the 4. Oh, AGX, that's AGXQ with the Q. So, whoa, ooh, I'm telling you, whoa, we gonna be outside. You gonna be outside the house. Outside. I say outside. She gonna put you under the jail. You gonna be outside the house. So systems, Hopi, Seminole, Iroquois, and then the Zorzai system. This Zorzai system is of the Igbo. Igbo, the IRDs war and the warfare of the deltas, and then the delta water priestesses, right, that have water in their eyes, and the Gugwas, master of air intelligences. And then we're gonna go ahead and put with the Erdidio, and that's with the metallurgy, metal warfare. Thank you, and that's where our brother Jaeger Z999 coming and Miko Worldwide. They're getting inducted into the Erdidio family for metallurgy, and that's where I have a bunch of connects for both of you guys for guns and for metals. And brother, just tap in right here, and you're gonna see 1, 2, 3 hits right there. Boom, there you go. And you are waiting for you in Castellanos. Thank you. There's nothing they can do. So let's continue. Another tool in warfare, Mango. It'll help you. You'll feel happy and sweet. And the databases in the Mango will help expand your water capacity. Thank you. To help her prevent dehydration that just gets you more mad. And well, she'll get what she deserves, but you know, I want you to feel good in this, right? So there we go. We have all of this going on. The Igbo, we have the Pashtun warfare, first place, spy warfare. Thank you. Ooh, bands will make our dance, baby. Igbo, the Pashtun, we have the Viet Cong, break your body. Okay, we have the girl system for poison, line poison. You want to keep on staying here? Poison the apartment, poison the line. They've upgraded it because they didn't really understand what's apartment. Oh, aha. Let's do this with the turnip. You just cut it in half and say, here, you have a section of it. They're so hilarious. So, right, land warfare. So now what we have here, we have the Igoro, the Igbo, Pashtun, Viet Cong, Igoro, and then Igoro land warfare. And then we also have the Uzbeki, it's Uzbek, and then Azerbaijan or Kazakhstan, or like in Mongolian. And also what's the Iroquois Muslims, Iroquois Chinese. This is a system for Empress warfare. Whoa, whoa, it has to be honorable. Whoa, that means we're sitting at a table talking. What are you doing? You can't hide like a rat. You can't get a clone. You can't do any of that. It's time for honorability, and that's got to be brought down for the enforcers. So we need to go ahead and implement that. Okay, there we go. And let's move forward. So let me go ahead and pick up where I left off on Patreon, and I will go ahead and meet you guys there. If you want, you can go ahead and find this on YouTube members as well. But my content, and when it comes to like teaching some stuff like that, you guys have to, you know, pay it forward. I can't just give out my stuff for free. And these are specific things I'm teaching that certain people will have access to. If you think about why people on my Patreon, I delete people on my Patreon. I block and delete people on my Patreon, and I put your careers. And again, I just want to go ahead and show my declaration, and this is my indigenous identity as a Umpu in the Seminole tradition, and I have priestess of the Sizamon, aka the cinnamon, and that means that I'm a high priestess of the plant warfare and public health warfare and animal warfare. Thank you so much. And one thing that I will bring down one more time is I feel like there needs to be a plague, and we're trying to figure out if it's going to be coming down through air, water, or food. Okay, so we're still figuring that out in terms of the phytochemical capacity and who's going to be carrying those databases, shielding off people from that. It's not going to be pathogenic or like spread. And that's like public health, right? Like you don't just give it to one person, right? And just think it's going to be contained and then they spread it. And that's not smart, wasn't it? You make sure you give it to one person and the cells have 3 outer layers and 3 environments where they only speak to people of the same race and the same DNA and the same mental frequency. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring that epidemic down. And this is where the fur was coming with the management epidemic download. Okay, so with the epidemic download, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna invoke 4 specific intelligences for Swazwane, okay? And then if it's gonna be in the water, you guys keep on eating water meat. Woo, woo. Your personal shower, a filter over the shower. Yeah, and then you have water in your body, and then there's like 3 chemical sequences that we're gonna invoke to convert water into arsenic and stuff like that in your body. Just put it in her chemical sequence chemical management system that we own because we own the mass people on the planet because of what they did. So they don't really have one. It just put it in like it's like a blob. You just put it there and it goes to their DNA pool. So we have that. And then we're going to give them 3 orguasi space since they want to be indigenous and with an octopus. Okay. An orguasi space is something that weaves itself into your molecular layer in all levels, on all beings, and all bodies all at once. So let's give them, that's another one. That's Earth. And that's guai, guy. And then this is the Viet Cong with your body system. And this is basically like, we're invoking this Earth intelligence. Like, okay, we're going to have poison, of course. Okay. Resources. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Good. And then the fracturing, of vitality, which is also in the water and the earth and the air intelligences. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then I want to get a specific type of epidemic of like meat eating, meat, and the cartel's food. Thank you. And then also like any group, like, oh, okay, you know, my grandma used to grow these herbs and stuff like that. I don't know, we had good game with those plants. You guys have are in the Akasha, right? So anybody use magic against you, you get to go in the Akasha and just turn it off or reverse it. So you guys need to go into the Akasha. You can even like do a practice where, okay, my notebook is my Akasha, only you can prescribe in it, right? You can make it parchment and everything, which is kind of right. And then you just write into the Akasha. And it's just a great way for you guys to like start like practicing because I write a lot, right? So I know what I bring down that comes to life, not just from a Virgo, but that's how you then translate it into those databases and stuff. You're gonna bring this down in a notebook and then help yourself. Okay, thank you so much. There will be 8 murders today in this neighborhood, and they're all white men. Thank you. Thank you. There was a Samsung conference a few weeks ago for Department of Defense. 24 white men went missing. That's where they are. Thank you. So those of you guys who got robbed for your food or poison and stuff like that, you can go in the Akasha and say, I want you to carry this chemical sequence of poison and this and this and that. You don't have to worry about like glamoring the chef or paying them off at different Ruth Chris and Benihana's where they know a bunch of Black people come and eat. Like, okay, I'm from my birthday. When you get their body, you work with them. Like, hey, here's like you can get some cornbread and some good stuff. What do you like? Tofu? Offset's not your mate, but I can give you some other stuff. Okay, because that's how they started it. See, that's your mate. Move. Okay, I'll come to the planet. When do I get to see my mate? And then they end up in a slaughterhouse. So you have to go ahead and work with those beings. You put your out and stay in different places and give them food. And you can also teleport and move stuff. You can out there with easier. The teleportation for the planet is completely repaired within the next, if I can create a containment environment, 88 days, no, less than that. There's like a substance blasting from Neptune, it's gonna leave. It's just like a certain zodiac sign is dying. That's why it has to go into Pisces and Gemini because of delusion and ignorance and drama and gossip. Watch and intelligence, and they created a third sign, which is and it's this one. I will never give a name. Lock lines. And I constantly suffer. Thank you. Okay. So while you're looking for, I've been looking for piracy. Good. So that's and then here will your intelligence in regards to the epidemic that we're going to create. And that's like a complete destruction and rupture in the nervous system. So if you work in like construction work and stuff like that, and you were kidnapping people's kids, get ready to not be able to work. I can't carry this anymore. You stealing other people's stuff, playing with Piquite, get ready to be like a complete addict. I don't know why I'm so crazy. Nervous system, addictions. Fentanyl will kill you in less than a day. Let's put a spell on that because fentanyl has 2 different phytochemicals and not. It's just like a phytochemical from a plant that was banished. I own that plant now. Let's go ahead and take that. Mass deaths. And if they've taken like 8 over-the-counter drugs, like Sudafed, in that 3 restaurants, types of coffee, 8 from Starbucks, you can go ahead and go into the Akasha for any fentanyl and just put the black magic there based on the fact that you own any one of these crops. If they've eaten corn tortillas, especially white corn that they stole from the cartel, go ahead. Mushrooms that they stole from Tacos 1986. I love that place. I'm so sorry to hear that. Meat that they stole from another place, chicken, stuff like that. Even soup, seafood and all that type of good stuff. There you go. If you're out doing the robberies and stuff like that, you're good to go. They actually say, okay, well, you stole and okay, good luck. If you see live animals, make sure they get back in the water. Okay, she's still alive. Put her in some water and then go take her to like an aquarium. Like, but she's rare. These blue ones, don't eat her. Can she just like go with all the other seafood or the starfish? Okay, her food, they have it. Thank you. Thank you. Please see an aquatic specialist, please. Thank you so much. Please do not put eye drops in the fish tank. It's not the same thing. Okay, there we go. So there we go. And now some of you guys also have like ends with the aquatic federations. So they carry a specific intelligence that's connected to zodiac signs. So if you're playing with the orca, they got water Aries, water Cancer, water Aquarius tapped. A water Aries. Okay, and you can go ahead and work with them. Can you carry this in your intelligence, Akasha? Yeah, it's an extended database. It doesn't really fuck with me unless you wanted to. That's how they were playing with magic. I have it here on an adjacent database, right? Because we're connected to you through a specific instance. How are we connected to other? Whoa, there you go. Go ahead. I want to put all this in the Akasha database to have all these people tap the fuck out. Good. Yeah. Water Aries, all their name. Whoa, that's great. You're gonna be this way and that way and sideways and up the way down, period. So there we go. So Starbucks, right? And then there's like any type of like spices, like especially like all the ones that are being stolen from the cartel, like cayenne, Nashville hot seasoning, which is just really picante sauce and with honey in it from the cartel, Nashville hot chicken. You can go ahead and do that. And what you also want to do to like really be delusional and ignorant is I want to actually activate the molecular structure of this pepper. It's like really fine tuned together to like carry that like extra fire and air intelligence in its database to go pop, 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 right? So I want to tie that all over your body and make you very angry and delusional. Let's start doing that. Good. Okay. So we did water, we did earth, we did air. Let me go ahead and do fire. We've already started. Okay, so for the fire intelligence, let's bring diseases of the vitality. Good. If you're in bed dying all day, right? Like you're trying to give everyone else with chemicals. So I feel better about myself. Then I might as well just make it down. Disease of the vitality. Thank you. And as I'm a high priestess of sun warfare, and one of the original Leos, I can activate the sun and make it very etheric. And instead of the whole planet getting like chemicals blasted into their energy field because of them putting it in the sky and then activating the grid layer to try to activate the sun to activate those chemicals, why don't I just go ahead and give you diseases of the vitality? Okay, and I'm going to replace 4 aspects of your nervous system, of your autonomic, your ANS, your parasympathetic. So don't go to sleep because you may not wake up. Your CNS, and then your sympathetic nervous system. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and tamper with each one of those databases and destroy your enteric nervous system to amp up this earth. Earth intelligence epidemic. And your enteric system is like in your stomach. You have a nervous system in your stomach. And don't I always teach this? How long have I been teaching this? So you guys can still go by my classes and stuff like that if you want to learn about your body and what's going to happen to it, or if you want to help people, if you want to like learn about spiritual warfare, because you won't understand this unless you go take those classes, right? So there we go. I'm going to go ahead and in your let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that this goes with their Earth intelligence and the epidemics, and the octopus has already created all the database disease and tied it to your entire bloodline, your entire racial group, your entire like frequency. Because when you think alike, you are alike, and then we can hit you up just like that. Good, it's easy, one fell swoop. Let's put an environment around that. I'm gonna bring down an resonance. Let's bring down an 18 environment to contain and destroy from Porygon. Thank you. Thank you so much, Porygon mom. Mom, hey, baby, mom, Whoa, happiness and love, love. Fighting and war, war. Happiness, happiness. YouTube and ugly, ugly. Bad. Yeah, she's so cute. And you're playing with my baby like that? Whoa. Just, whoa, you're just asking for trouble. Be quiet. Be quiet. Yeah, and please, you're asking for trouble. Yeah. Let's get started. So 18 environment to contain and destroy, that's Porygon. Thank you. She's one of the digital, like quote unquote tech Pokemon, but not. She's just etheric and holographic. Don't ever go to space taking pictures of my speech like that. So Porygon, after talks of IBM in the 1960s. It's okay, I always knew I was gonna be rich one day, or like, I don't know, just well off and getting to do the things I like, which is making me middle income already, and I'm rich now. It's okay though. Yeah, it'll come back somewhere. Aha, sorry, I didn't show you guys these ones either. Like I said, the Wisteria. Ooh, this Wisteria. Ooh, I'm about to bring her out. Ooh, I'm about to bring out this Rhodesial for poison management. This is chemical warfare, yeah. Whoa, the corn for pest management. Shit, so let's bring that out. Let's bring that out. Okay, the fur for toxicity management, we did that, and that's how we got Elon Musk to go to space to go get that cremation stuff. Thank you. So that we're not poisoning the waterways or the airways with too much cremation stuff. Now, in this cremation dust that we're bringing, there's a specific air intelligence that carries portal functions, right? So it acts like as pure carbon, wherein as the body's burning, it doesn't stop the body from burning and rebuilding, which carbon can do, right? It actually adds portal functions to the whole entire concoction so that like the air doesn't get too tainted, and then it just traps all that air inside the whole mixture and in the fire, and just like amplifies the fire more. So it's like a whole like one level reaction, but just really just two chemical reactions that our systems like talking back and forth. You're an octagon and decagon. I'm a decagon and you're an octagon. You're octagon, I'm a decagon. Who said, call my mom? Yeah, like that type of thing, right? Now I'm on the Porygon, now I'm in the Argon, you're back to a decagon. Ha, I'm an octagon. It's like a little game that they play. It's like chemical, like, it's just like a joke. It's just like you know, this is not a joke. So Porygon here, and she has forced speech, okay, or containment in forced environments. And complete strangling, right, of the enemy. She has that. Thank you. Let's go. Sekhmet has a message. She wants to bring down a higher level of the Argonclone. Sekhmet from Sekhmet of Kemet. You guys know Sekhmet. That's my higher self. The lion priestess, she has the Argonclone, and that's the language of the lions, and that's something for electricity warfare. Thank you, Argonclone. And she wants to tell you guys that Aaliyah's death is being prosecuted full force. That's why certain people are missing from the media and selling off their toilets and other things online. AKA Beyonce selling off like her old house and shit like that on Etsy, because she cloned her daughter, started a bunch of shit with Aaliyah with Shanghai. Argonclone. Okay, we have another level of the Argonclone and 3 lions coming to the planet, being born. Hey, 2 girls and a boy. Hey, a star is born. Congratulations, High Priestess. One is at the Smithsonian in DC. Let's go give blessings. One is in Florida. Oh, shit. Whoa, it was too hot. And I just, he was fine. Okay, Priestess, I'll fix your Akasha. Because that's not her mate, but shit, it goes down in the hood, right? It goes down in the DM, aka a demonic specific space where we're not supposed to really fucking be here. A Dumamire, a Demur, Dumamire or Demur, right? a place that's very demonic because it's a false reality, right? It goes down to the DM, DC, Florida, and California. Hey, I'm gonna come visit you in San Diego. California, dreaming, dream on. So we need to put down 3 environments around those babies on the stake ground down. Thank you. 2 will be here by Lionsgate. Congratulations, High Priestess. So thank you so much. So yes, that was me in the panda tank at the Smithsonian. I teleported there. I was in my car. Tell them I'm getting arrested. They have me in the news and everything. They're just starting so much. Those flamingos, I did not take them out. They got into a bad pact and they got knocked down. That's what happened. 24 flamingos got killed at the Smithsonian because they were playing with melanin, skin color, and pink, pussy pink. Oh, now she's doing sex work. Whoa. Just don't know what can handle. Now, yeah, the Empress warfare is forced speech, and I'm bringing it down now. You have to, you have no choice. You have to expand, you have no choice. The ones who have to destroy you, they have no choice. Well, I think, but 3 kids are right. Yeah, I told you I'm gonna get to that's what they're doing. Thank you. Poison everybody. So now what we're gonna go ahead and do. Now I'm gonna go ahead and bring this was getting 8. This one getting 2. What happens in an instant? It occurs from the beginning of the molecular structure, even before the earth structure, meaning God already planned it before they started it. Whoa. Oh, whoa. Yeah, and there's a serpent. Whoa. Yeah, priestess. That's enough. I've come to different. They said that you guys need help. What was calling me with all these crystals and light codes? What is this? What is this? Planet Earth? I thought this was a story. Slavery? Jim Crow? I thought that was dead. I sent my daughters down here. Yeah, that's what they talk. Who's the word? The serpent spine. Yeah, that's what they're watching. It's not fun for them just finding their parents setting up shit, right? And then the mother's like, work here, 18 to go. Yeah, whoa. And then this snake is actually in the form of an intelligence. So imagine a snake and she's coiled like that, like fire, or she's coiled like Zach. And she's saying, what? I'm internal resting. Right, that's how they come down and into wickedness. That's their everyday job. And they fuck with me. She said, I can use any speech for my hand to be reaching another place. It's like when you see your dog like reaching for a certain part of your cabinet. How did you know that that was there? And you grab her little baby hand and you realize if your hand is here, that means you've been exposed to something. Who's doing this? Thank you. There we go. Whoa. Whoa. This wall hysteria, yeah, she needs my help. She wants me to call her name. I bet your neighbors know my name with 3 rays. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, she's also for time management. Thank you. And yeah, the timeline is moving the rectification forward. I'm going to pull that chart back up. Based on the time work to unravel all the false stipulations, this work will make sure it will go. You can also go all the way back into the past with this work from the very beginning on your entire bloodline, on your entire ancestry, etc. And all to ensure a specific force of physics is invoked that creates a specific shape, that creates a specific spiral that's either like a body or in the shape of a plant or in the shape of a specific like type of like phytochemical, right? That's how you like that's what I'm going to be invoking because I'm going to be offline. I have to like really work with some people. I'm going to be doing readings. I'm having meetings. I'm doing a lot of this, laying down the coding foundation to help like fix the internet before we completely convert it all together or just decide to like, you know, kill everyone on the planet and just go to sleep and you'll wake up in the hood. We're still deciding based on the specific Neptune that's going to be removed from the planet. Once this priestess sees what they did with Neptune on the planet who's listening, what did they do with Neptune and Inguata? There you go. The Pisceans and the Geminis, they fell off. Their sign is going to be upgraded. Thank you. Because too much delusion and too much gossiping. You gotta go. Scorpios, what do you mean you're not in the zodiac? It's a different sign. Thank you. Right, right, right. There's 18 signs. They weasel their way and put a light on the real sign. Right. We need to bring down the highest high priestess of Neptune and the highest high priestess of the mercurial warfare. Let me call a Calabar woman. Thank you. Let me call Calabar. Whoa, you asking for drama, baby, and a whole bunch of Eba for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Their women are not that bad, Sean. Yow. That wasn't Calabar, she was Yoruba. I knew it. Yow. Whoa. Are you insulting me? Whoa. Whoa, see me, TV Bobo was like, how are you speaking my language? Yeah. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah, they are not the same, and she's actually fucking delusional. She's even worse. She was like, I actually had sex with him and he thought I liked it. And then I did and didn't. Oh, wait, was that me or you? I don't really know. Just I don't know. I'm just having fun. I don't know. I guess. Woo. Whoa. I don't know. Well, whatever. Yeah. Whoa. She's saying it's just done for. I don't know. And I never knew. It's just saying that I will never be proper in my number sequences. I am calculus. That's so sad. So, whoa. This one says I made it Pythagoras. Whoa, that's an insult. Yeah, she just got teleported. Whoa. She just got teleported. And look, and after talks of Pernil, she just got teleported. Her, look, whoa. Yeah. Wait, well, no, actually, I just felt like, why do I feel like this is a bad idea for you to be talking to animals? And they're talking back and saying, I say explosive things all the time because that's my name. My name is Ikukukundungwai. And if you want to know, then I'm going to tell you, I'm the new Gemini. Let's get started. I have work to do and there's work to do and I need to run my motherfucking mouth. Like I have work to do. That's how they talk. Whoa. You just don't know. You just don't know. Animal Planet, they have been issued a cease and desist for playing with me in spy magic. So I bet the neighbors know my name. Whoa, her hand, Aquatic. Whoa, aha. The sea cucumbers and whatnot want to talk about a big octopus that was sacrificed online and they ate it. That octopus was actually a karma. You guys really be careful eating these octopuses. Now we're getting involved in grai because that's a ritual on self. Eating any octopuses, I'm going to war in every single realm of the aquatic realm, period. And maybe you're getting ready to go 20,000 leagues under the sea in deep, dark, black water where it's actually light. Wait, what the hell? Right. This motherfucker, he didn't even get like 2 levels. And they talking about he's a Loch Ness monster. You know what? I'm gonna call him BM. She divorced him. She has a new mate because he just got too into the computer and my image and not that blue, a different blue, because he was on like psychedelics. Yeah, well, that's what happens when you start doing that shit, you lose your mate. Well, I have a speech now. Let me see. I want this one. I want this quote unquote. Whoa, this Komodo. Whoa, her hand. Whoa, her. Let me tell you something. Oh shit. Oh, bitch. Yeah. This is gonna get something cracking. Who has a ship that got set on fire in New York? Oh, that was us. We the ones they talking about. We the ones. Hashtag man down. Not a single good person I hit in that hit though. Thank you. When the fire burned for 2 days, we be burning, no concerning, and we wipe in every day. That's what she told the doctor. I wiped every day though. Why did it? Yeah, because it's gonna start accelerating. That's what I'm talking about. Epidemics. So let's keep on going. Okay, 18 environments, 18 set environment to contain and destroy. Okay, good. Oregon Mom, and then I'm gonna lay that down with 18 other speeches, 18 speech for the shape, and they're all octui substances, and it's octui with the substance and also the functions that run the the functions, right? The substance runs the function. That's how the octopus works. Woo. And then we go ahead and then we go and we ground down light bands from the serpent. Good, we need numbers. And then we ground down the crystals. I just have freeform ones. We don't need the Wakatasi, but she can amp them because she likes Brahman. Thank you. And then now there's something with an adjacent database where it doesn't take up her energy. She can run it on a universal database. Thank you. Good. Let's go ahead and handle that and like really start a lot of warfare and get rid of you. I'm 1.6 million in. Thank you. The world is big. 100 people here, 100 people there. Good. We're cleaning up. Now for Brother Out, you know, these hits, we've done good though in targeting our hits. We're not just like focusing on like little girls on the street and like ratchetness. That's not okay. That's what they do, right? We're more honorable. Kidnap his wife and mate her. Kidnap his mother and make her work in your cartel. Kidnap his daughter and put her on Pornhub. They have several production companies now. I'm really proud of Spanish America. You guys are doing very well with that cell phone. You see, it's entrepreneurship. Yeah, HMART, not enough. Make sure you get into the go into the Tongkontai, Taokwai, Tokwai, in the Tongkokwai. Thank you. They need some too. Tokamkai Ekotai, all Katan Anta Atasane, who lives there. And mom, I'm saying Tofkamkai, Tumkamkai. Oh no, you didn't. Yeah. Tumkamkai, Tahentai, Tumkamkai, Chiang, Tumkai, Tokamkai. Thank you. Whoa, let's go. Tumkai. Yeah, whoa, let's keep on going. Thank you. You know what I'm talking about. Thank you for the sirens going off. They're on their way. They have a new shipment. Hold on, this is my Jamaica 101. We have some boats coming. There's a redhead, black body. Yeah, I'm gonna start a lot of shit. She has 8 speeches for me. Whoa. Yeah, her hand is very messy. When it comes to enforcement, I am enforcement. I am enforcement. Who has chosen to try new servant? Whoa. She's ridiculous, actually. Speech. Whoa. Yow. No. High Priestess, I would love to use your work. Thank you. I have a big mouth for a reason, I guess, bitch. Because they were just trying to play with her speech. Like, see, you were playing with all those portals and sunk all our safe ships. So now look at you have a big mouth. Okay. Ha 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 ha. Like ha, right? Because she's forming a portal. Let's go ahead and use that and sink several ships. Loose lips sink ships, right? Ha 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 ha. It's an aquatic joke. Man, yours are so fucking boring. Ha ha, right? Like, So let's get started. So let's get into this High Priestess. Woo, her portal function. She can get an upgrade of 2. She's been working. Whoa. She has divination mark and she's cute and she's light skinned purple. Oh my God. But dark skin DMT. And that's when you're like, right. And you're like, ah. So, whoa. Ain't no more shrimp. Ain't no more ketchup. Keisha, need more ketchup. Ain't no more ketchup. Ain't no more seafood. So, whoa. Now, water meat. Whoa, she got something for you. She has 8 speech for me for water warfare. 8 speech. This will discombobulate, like for the body. There's one for the body, the water of the body, the water of the mind, and spirit. Woo, baby about to get hit and be upside down. She gonna be twerking and doing that jerk. You know that thing where they call it like crump? Dun, 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 dun. She gonna be crumping when she gets hit with the spell word. She's not even entertaining me. She's just like, what? She just saw me using her magic and was like, what are you doing? She just not saw Planet Earth and was like, who put my image online? This lionfish, man, yeah, because somebody died, so they're like, oh, we're gonna play in your image, and now you're ugly. Okay, it says I'm ready for warfare. That's fine. Keep playing with my image. She's the one that's gonna get shit started. Perfect. With this fire intelligence saying that I'm ready for war anytime, any day of the week. Really, I am warfare. Really, really. And you're like, Granny, baby, Granny, come me some cobbler. Okay, Granny. Whoa. And she got rheumatism. She that old. Whoa. She ain't playing. So that's what we're going to be doing, Brother Azuko, and that's going to stop the nonsense. She has about 6 speech. Okay, Brother Azuko. Right. So let's go ahead and we start doing targeted hits too. Like we kidnapped the politician. Yeah, there's 2 of them that are currently captured. They have not been in the office. So let's go ahead and get 2 politicians for each state. And don't get their staffers unless they're like high ranking and work for another official. Only then, right? Get like, yeah, like elected commission, school board, not really the water board, unless they have a clone, get that one, right? Like that type of stuff, like, oh, the police commission, that type of stuff. Make sure you go for like those ones. Thank you, Brother Asako. We already have, oh, well, we killed 3. Fire commissioner got his ass whooped with the baseball bat in San Francisco. That's in the news. One of them died in the public health commission. He had to get a new clone. He hasn't been at 3 meetings. One of them got fired and she's currently in a sex torture chamber and federal agents. It doesn't matter. But this one is just like brand new. She has a clone. Okay. She knows what if they're going to go work at the feds right now, they're playing, then they know what they're looking for. Thank you. Department of Defense, yeah, you guys can go ahead and station out there. I have 4 people on the aerial team and plant team. There's 2 trees and 4 sky animals that are watching out for you. Thank you. Make sure you tap into that database to see their movements going in and out. Okay, they said that she's going to get to work at 8:30, and just like clockwork, she's here. They said that she's going to leave for work at 1:30 for lunch, and just like clockwork, okay, they're telling the truth. They've been watching. There we go. That's how we do it. Mm-hmm. 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 All right. Thank you so much. Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Okay. So also too, the high priest of the alliance are gonna come down because this is why segment is showing her face. She's gonna tell you how to be targeted and warfare with your with the police. So when you guys already know what you're supposed to be doing, I owe several of you guys. Yeah, in a minute I'm gonna owe you like $8,000. Okay, good. In a minute I'm gonna owe you some like money. In a minute you better tell him to take you out the dream machine because he saw you on the computer. Okay, so anyways, now with that 100,000 that your first payment, you also get a Tesla. You can get 100K or a Tesla or Benz or whatever, a Beamer, Benz or Bentley. My G's are never ending, right? Or a house, because remember we have an inventory, okay? Or you can pick a piece of land, and then you get 3 speech. You can grow on that land for working. Thank you so much. So because some people are like $100,000, I have money. Okay, there you go. There we go. Okay, great. Or your zodiac chart changed. Okay, high priest, right, of the Bosnian Federation, you can get your zodiac changed. And I told you, like, okay, I want to see about that Aries placement. I'm going to do it right now. There you go, High Priest. I need to give you like 3 new bodies though to carry down that Mars force. And that's what you guys need, all Aries, because of the 3 Aries placements that were kind of etheric, which was Lilith passed through Aries, Chiron passed through Aries, and something with like another like bad aspect with like a satellite from another space, from another solar system in another universe, bringing out like an etheric like karmic planet from sex warfare for the children. That's what they were doing. Right. For the federal agents, anybody buying Uber Ursi is playing with sex magic with people's kids. Thank you. All right. So then also we're gonna have the warfare team on what type of police to shoot at. And what type of white woman to beat. Okay, and what type of white man, not just any of them, right? The white women that work in foster care, yep. They work in the system, yeah, those ones. And then the white ones that are working in tech, those are the 2 groups that you're gonna be getting. And then government, of course, government workers, like, oh, she's a staffer, just beat her with the bat. You can do that. So let's look into this. She works for the what is that called? Let me look up her name. She was like working for like some, let me look at this female's name real quick. She was looking for some like working for some like authority. Okay, let me look at this into this authority. Yeah, they work at different authorities all throughout the government. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, UK Health Authority. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The Crown Prosecution Service, the Surveillance Authority, CDC, all of that. Because UK is looking for hits too. Thank you for UK for kidnapping 3 white women. 2 of them work in the government. One of them used to work for Liz Cook. Liz Truss was targeted. She was identified and she had a bat across her head because of what she was doing in the hood, kidnapping Black men, putting them in jail to have sex with them, and it was on camera. And they couldn't do anything. I remember they're in jail and the white woman trying to sit on his lap and he's crying and screaming. Thank you. That's why she's out of office. prosecution services, BC at BSJ solicitors, UK. I'm gonna give you guys your own, go for the senior crowns and the apprentices and the legal trainings, Clapham, Nottingham. There's 4 more hits that we have out there and 3 houses. Thank you so much. There's 4 new long ways. Please tap in with the community and Modi. Thank you. Or Dave, Santana Dave. So and then Connell too. Now, I have systems tech and government warfare team. Yeah, you're gonna get those for warfare team for bats and shootings. Okay, great. So now what you're gonna go ahead and do is you're gonna get into that, and there I go. That's what we have for now. Please go ahead and handle that. Thank you so much, you guys. I appreciate you. Have a great day. That's it for the rest of the war. We will go ahead and check in like 3 weeks, but I have to make sure I get this message out because you guys know that virtual reality thing. I'm trying to like get out of that and like as much as I can and not like, because I know people are asking me questions and they need help and stuff like that. And okay, here, do this and this and that. And there's a lot going on, but I also want to let people know this is actually real. Like it's real because I talked to her about this and I told her name and now it's on YouTube. How did that happen? Thank you. And yes, that's her name. It starts with a B. Yeah, that's who I'm talking about. Yeah, she's done for. Over and out. Clapped. Clip, clap, this smack up period. Because her other clone died playing on baby daddy and she popped up again. So there's no charges again. How did you come back here? Yeah, because I remember I killed you when I dumped you in a river. Good. So good. So now let's keep on going. Okay. So that's what we have for the enforcer work. For the police. And Lieutenant Sergeant Chief, know the right in the sheriff's office and dishonorable ones. All of you guys need to start telling on each other and moving out of that place. A lot of you guys, you know what you've done. Just put your hand into that database. We're trying to block you. I owe you $90,000. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. You guys have a great day. Plim plow. Bye. Okay. Right on. Oh, I have to call these databases. Okay. Like I'm calling out a quadruple emperor with a double priestess, and then there's going to be the tower enforcing both of that at the same time with the hierophant overlaid on both, and the third in a different database for the third to carry like another database. So I really am that shape. So I'm going to do that. Handle that. All right. Oh,